global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happenings, the YouTube channel. The feud between Fubara and Wike is something that is taking different dimension. Rotimi Ameachi has gotten involved in the matter by default, as they have dragged him into the matter and he had dared to speak and is sounding a note of warning. But before we go into the news proper, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. Our colleagues in the house as well. But let's start with the news proper. Now, the former governor of Rivers State and ex-minister of transportation under the leadership of the former president Muhammadu Buhari has said that he cannot run away from Rivers State because of the ongoing political crisis between the FCT minister and the state governor. Now, while reacting to the statement that he is hanging around with the governor of Abia State because he is unsubstantiated, Amechi said he only visited Oti thrice since he left office. Now, Amechi noted that he and Governor Oti has been an intimate right from their university school days. He explained that he was busy with his academic. That was why he has been on non-partisan to the political upheaval in the state. Now, the ex-minister recalled that he shared the same friendship relationship with the former governor of Plateau State, Simon Lalong, adding that he gave him every support as a friend during his governorship election. Amechi, who referred his critics to as an announcer, justified that he has been taxed to because he is unhappy with Nigerians for their laid back towards the situation in the country. Now, according to him, he said, but certainly not a cowardly choice. Let me state very clearly, and also for the record, no one can chase me out of my state, Rivers. Not even the intrepid newsers currently struggling the stage. For far from it. Taken together, I don't know if that report is as a result of poor training or deliberate mischief, but whichever it is, the individual needs to also consider the integrity and credibility of his platform. It's actually referring to those who said that he's running away from Nyesome Wike and the drama that is unfolding. Of course, in another news, they have called out Nyesome Wike over some of the things they assumed that he took. Now, in full details, a former member of the Rivers State House of Assembly accused former Governor Nyesome Wike of appropriating public lands for personal use. He claimed that Wike forcibly removed the Igbo community from Ikokwu, converting the land for his own purposes. The ex-lawmaker alleged that Wike converted the Transamadi slaughter area and Ogbunabali into properties for his hypercity project, compensating residents with 2 billion naira. Additionally, the ex-lawmaker called for Wike to address these allegations publicly, offering to present evidence to support his claims. Now, according to him, slaughter, popularly known as Transamadi, was converted by the former governor. He's now using it for hypercity. Ogbunabali, you will see hypercity. He trashed it and paid people 2 billion naira. It is not a hypercity. If you go to Ikokwu, he converted it, chased out all the Igbos and converted Ikokwu land to his personal property as a hypercity. I want him to come so that I can bring my facts and show them for people to see. My colleague is in the house. What's your take on the drama that is unfolding now? All of a sudden, after Fubara called out Wike on a lot of issues, like things like a rat eating the bag of gari and otapia ready to flush it out. Everybody seemed to have found their voice, and everybody seemed to be calling out Nyesome Wike over some of his time and reign as the governor of Rivers State. What's your take on this latest one now?
Now, Wike was a mystery to River people. He was feared. He was one person that you can't try to dare because he had all the power and he knew what it means to be a governor. Every time he shows up, fear run down the spines of his so-called opponent. They dreaded him the thing preceded him. So that if Wike is coming to an environment, despite the fact that he has not spoken, but you just know that action is going to follow his appearance. So because of that, a lot of people were like, no, this guy, even when he left office, for those few months that he left office, we noticed nobody openly attacked Wike. It was until when Fubara came up and demystified him in front of all and sundry, made people to know that Wike is also part of the ex-government dustbin. So for that reason, he does not have power. What he did was to take Wike out of the imaginations of men, because unfortunately, people who had that imagination that Wike was clothed with power. But he made people to realize this is Wike. This is governor's office. I am now the governor. Wike is no more the governor. This guy is an ordinary guy. He has no power to stand anybody. That was when everybody now went back to their old boxes, dusted it, opened it, and brought out their grievances to spell it out. That's what we are seeing right now. And unfortunately, this may it may get to right now. What is still keeping him Wike is just that the president has so much interest in him, has decided to make him part of his government, and being that apart from anything, we know that Wike can deliver. If you give him anything to do, you're sure that with the aggression he has, he can deliver. So right now, that's the only thing that is kind of preserving him from litigation and lawsuit coming to him. And I'm based on how internal people now, Ijaw people are really, really against him. Igbos against him, and name them. There are many. Even some of his top supporters who were part of him, some of them are shying away from him. They don't want to recognize him again as their so-called leader. I can assure you that his calls have come down. The call log he has now is very minimal. Despite the fact that he's in FCT. Why? It's because he has been demystified. So right now, we should get ready. We're going to be expecting so much from the people of Rivers. The people are going to come up with a lot of things, and I don't know what it's going to translate to. But I tell you, it's not going to be a funny time for him. He needs to just get ready to fight back, whether with a legal suit or something. But he should get ready. It's coming.
All right, but a quick one for that of Rotimi Ameachi. He has been there's been this talk about during the time of Wike saying that the other one has left the Rivers, is now staying in Abuja. Amechi have just cleared that that he cannot run away from his own home. He's from Rivers. The reason why he kept quiet was simply because he was going through his academics, and nobody has any right to pursue him, and that's reasonable. That's fair enough. But there's something I at least rightly noticed is the fact that the man said that Wike compensated those guys in Ogbunabali with 2 billion naira, which means he bought it over. So why is he still screaming and shouting that he has facts and figures? If Wike at any time had compensated with 2 billion naira, that means it was, well, I wouldn't say they agreed to pay, because all lands belong to the government, and then he was the governor. So if he had given you 2 billion, you better take it, or else we didn't see at all. But what's to take generalism and corrupt this up?
Well, Wike was the governor as at that time, and being a governor, he has so much right now. Don't forget that Land Use Act of 1978 states that all lands belong to the government. I mean that all land belongs to the government, which means the government have every right to take any land they desire. But the only thing is, an empathic leader will always look into the fact that these guys have been, possibly this has been their source of revenue, so I need to compensate them. So if Wike had, that's one of the things I've noticed. That's what about Wike. There was nothing he took from anybody without compensation. That's one of the things, at least for now. There are a lot of stories around, but thus far, we've not seen anybody come out with anything say, he did not compensate me on this. Whenever he takes away anything from you, he will compensate you. So we're just waiting to see what will come up. But I feel that right now, the guy coming out is just trying to, pay his grievances, because a lot of things are stuck in their heart. They don't have opportunity of talking about it. But now that Wike is out of position, a lot of them will have to come out to aid their grievances. Possibly, if this current government can look into it and salvage them, possibly financially.
All right, we could go on and on, but that's we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our conversation. What's your take? Do have a nice